Good morning. You catch me on the banks of my local big pit. It's tricky water and I've not been down for ages. In fact, I've not fished at all through the whole of April. So I'm a bit out of touch, but I'm sure we'll get back into it. So I got up nice and early. I was up before 5, I was at the lake before 6, which I know isn't mega early, but it's good for me. And I'm out doing my lap, seeing if I can see any fish. But it's so windy and it's a cold northerly wind, so I'm more looking for just where's comfortable, and here feels kind of nice. So I don't know, I'll carry on looking for a little bit longer and maybe pick a swim with some fish in it. That's the main thing, isn't it? Right, thank you for tuning in today. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, got 24 hours, so let's hope something happens. Keep my eyes open. Well, I am in a rush now. I was about to do a lap. Got chatting to my pal JP, who's been doing some good work down here. And we're just chatting away, and over my shoulder he goes, "Oh, just seen a carp." I turned around like, "No way, where?" And just as I turned around, big fish launched itself out. So, annoyingly, right at that moment, a tench angler moves into the swim where the fish showed. So yeah, he's done me over, but everyone's got a right to be here. So I'm gonna go and fish the first swim along, and hopefully get a rod that way where I saw the fish. And yeah, I'm buzzing. JP says it's the first fish he's seen. He's done like 15 nights or something. Oh man, I am on fire right now. Right, let's get my bow around there. A bit of a push, but we'll do it. Yeah, we are near a carp. Get in. I'll take that in this weather. I have just done my leading about in the swim, and I found a nice spot out in open water. A bit of a silty pocket that I'm going to put a couple of rods on, and then there's an island to the left of me, and I found a spot just off it that's nice and firm, a few taps of gravel but a bit of weed. So what I'm going to do is, since that's at shorter range, so that's the first one in the clip, is I'm going to pop a marker float up on that spot, walk round and catapult a couple of dozen boilies around it, and that'll get probably a pop up on that spot, just something nice and bright, see if we can intercept the fish I saw that way. And then I'm thinking I'll put my bivvy up and then sort my open water rod out, because yeah, it's cold out in this wind and quite uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't suffer while I'm fishing. Right, let's get this out there, get the boilies on it. Well, I cannot get the marker float to come up. The wind is catching the line and the braid and making it all so weird. So yeah, it's not coming up. So instead I'm going to put the mini spom on and try and whip some boilies out that way. Right, wish me luck. Right, a bit crazy, but in the middle of this wind, I'm going to try and do my far spot first. It's a nice bottom bait rig there to go on it, and we know it's going to take a few casts, but we'll see. unbelievably, the second one went in first time, so I'll take that. Right, now I'm going to attempt some spodding out there. Okay, finally for the pop-up that's going over those boilies I put out probably over an hour ago now. Yeah, nice long boom section, high pop-up to get over all that weed and stuff that's down there. Hopefully that'll present, let's see. Okay, not bad in this weather, I don't think. It's just gone 9 o'clock and that's all 3 rods properly fishing over bait. And yeah, just a little recap, I've got 2 out in open water, a bit of range over a mix of corn and cell boilies, because I did a very unsuccessful Norton Disney trip a few weeks back, and I've got some bait left over from that. Shook Darryl Peck's hand, by the way, so that's pretty cool. And then the left hand rod, that's on a pop-up over a scattering of boilies. They went everywhere, so yeah, there's about 30 or so boilies just around in clumps, and then a pop-up over it. And while I was fishing, getting set up there, I did see another fish show over the other side there. I'm surrounded by tench anglers, there's 4 on now, and I was watching a couple of them set up, seeing what they're up to, and I saw another carp, well I think it was a carp, just show like fully out of the water. So yeah, they're around this area. Let's hope they find my bait. Got a lot of mess to tidy away now. Well, quite a big tench has just nailed itself on my island rod on the hinge stiff rig, and I was kind of hoping if that one went it would be a carp, but it goes to show it is presented, because that's something I was kind of worried about with that spot. So that's, you know, take the positives where we can get them. Right, trying to shelter behind my bivvy from this wind, but if there is any noise I do apologise. So quite a big tench here. I'll give myself 6 or 7 for that. Got some weird red marks on it, so don't know what's going on there. But yeah, that's a cracker. Nice, we're off the mark, and I'm glad that rig's presented, but you know, I've put it back out there with a stinky pinky on it, but I think I might put a matching hook bait on it if I keep getting these guys. But that's cool. Fought pretty hard as well, so that's nice. Yeah, a couple of pictures I think, since it's the first of the year, and then we'll get it back. Okay, I think this is more towards the 7 end of the 6 or 7 pounder. It's pretty chunky. Look at that. That's a big tench. Awesome. And of course, now I find a lovely flat bit where I probably could have put my rods, but never mind. just been either cut off or bitten off or something. It was a very weird take. What the hell? I don't know, that's really annoying. I'm gonna have to rig up again. Well, took a few goes to get that one back on the money, but now it is. I'm still thinking, like, what went on there? Could have been a pike swimming through the line, could have been a take and then the line cutting on a zebra mussel or something. It's really hard to tell because, you know, you'll never know, will you? So yeah, frustrating because that's a take there that could have been a carp, but yeah, also could have been anything. Right, it's back out and I was about to have a little afternoon siesta. It's coming up on 6 o'clock and I've just put my tea on. I've had an interesting daytime. We've had, what, 3 bites, 1 tench landed, another tench lost, and that weird cut off thing, you know, to account for all those 3 bites. But nothing on my open water rods until about half an hour ago when it started showing over top of it. So nothing's happened on it, but it started showing on it and I'm not sure if a carp or tench. And normally when I'm not sure, they're probably tench because, you know, a carp doing a big show is pretty obvious. But yeah, tea's on now. I'm having beef stew and dumplings tonight. You know, I don't suffer while I'm fishing. I tend to look after myself. You know, these are my days off, so yeah, I'm not here to work harder than I do at work. Yeah, I was actually a bit despondent about that open water spot because it looked good. There's fish showing in and around the area all day, and I was just about to change things up a bit and put a bit of, well, basically chalk and cheese out there. I was going to go with a double bottom bait on one rod and a bright yellow pop-up on the other, so a completely matching hook bait there and a standout hook bait there. And I must admit, I do wish I've got those out there now, because those sort of like mini snowmans that I've got out there at the moment aren't doing anything despite there being fish showing over it. So I'm kind of having my tea to almost force myself to not do anything, to let these shows develop, see what happens. Then by the time I finish this, hopefully the wind will have settled a little and I can put a little bit more bait out, get them fresh rigs out, redo the left rod as well, because I only got about 30 boilies and it's done effectively 3 bites. So I'm probably going to put, you know, maybe 50 boilies out there tonight and see if that catches me a big fish and change that to a matching hook bait. But yeah, for now, just sit on my hands, see if these shows develop, see if we get a bite off that open water rod. I've had my beef stew and dumplings. It is sort of settling down a little bit out here, so I'm going to redo the open water spot first and then do the boilie line up near the island, get those fresh rigs out there, the double bottom bait, the pop up, and hopefully that'll do me a carp. Okay, well that's the rods out for the night. Pretty happy with how they went. You know, the spomming, as always, leaves a bit to be desired, and I ended up putting a fair few more boilies on my island line than I probably would have done. Incidentally, you can fit 7 krill, 16mm krill active boilies, 7 of them fit in a mini spom and fly out there brilliantly. So I'll be doing that a lot more. And I tried to get 7 sevens out, which is 49, plus my hook bait over top, 50 baits. That sort of has a bit of a ring to it. So yeah, I'm pretty hopeful, as always, but you know, time will tell with these things. I'm gonna chill out now, watch a film, maybe have a coffee, and yeah, see what the night brings. Good morning. It's about 20 to 6. I've just netted a tench on the double bottom bait, so I'm just redoing that now. And because I've not got too long left, I've decided to go for a little snowman this time, just so there's something a bit brighter and more obvious out there. I just lost a tench about an hour ago on the pop-up, and I put it back out and expected it to go straight away, but it didn't. It was a bottom bait, so that's interesting. And while I was netting that tench, a carp showed to the left, like a proper carp show, kind of near to where my left-hand rod is. So yeah, it's looking good, but we've not got long. We've only really got another couple of hours really, and then I'll have to be getting out of here. Right, let's whip this back out, see if we can get a carp. Keep saying that, but I really want one. Right, that looks good. Just show you this tench. Yeah, it's not a bad one. It's kind of 4 or 5 pounds, something like that. But to be honest, I don't really want to get my own hooking mat wet, so we'll just turn it there. Yeah, I've got time to dry and the sun's not out anyway. So just tip that over there. Sorry mate, I'm making a bit of a pig of this. Actually, you're pretty good. I'd say more like a 5. There we go, that should be you on your way. Yep. Lovely. Well, it may not be the size we're after, but it is a carp. This is great. Right, I think I'm gonna whip the rod back out and get this fish out and have a good look at it. I've sort of been packing away as I go here, but yeah, that's awesome. Little stocky, but yeah, that's cool. I'm actually really happy with that. Well, this is cool because whichever way you look at it, that's a carp. And you can't pick how big they are when they take your bait. And I've caught one, so yeah, it's going to require a bit of treatment, this one. It's been knotted and it's got a few splodges on it, but still, we've had a carp. That's gorgeous. Already gone really dark like they're doing here. Yeah, a few wounds, so I've got both the spray on and the propolis one, so it'll get a bit of both this fish, I think. Really try and help it. It's got that hump behind the head there, so you know it's going to be a big one day. Just got to get there. Calm down. But yeah, it's 2 tench, a carp, and really interestingly, they basically all come over the basic boilie techniques. The main spot with all the bait and the 2 rods on it, that's done me a tench and a couple of runs, but it's the boilie rod and the basic hinge stiff rig that's done it. I think we'll be doing a lot more of that this year. Awesome. Right, let's get it treated and get a couple of pictures. Well, we did it. We got our carp. Lovely fish. Can't wait to catch it when it's 20 pounds. And that wound on its side and its tail damage is now completely sealed with propolis, whatever. So, yeah, done my bit as well. Okay, mate. I know you want to go. Get gone. Yes. You'd like to think that fish is actually better off for being caught this morning, because yeah, that open wound is now sealed up and disinfected. Well, hopefully the time lapse they had going to show me packing my stuff away caught that, but my left hand rod went, my boilie rod, nice tench. While I was playing that, the middle rod, so the left rod that's on the spot out there, went as well. So double hook up, I've got 2 tench in the net, so yeah, I don't even have to wind into my rods because I've done it already with fish on, which I suppose if you're going to wind them in, you might as well come back with a fish on the end. That's awesome, brings up the fish tally to 5. And yeah, means I can go home now, which I was going to anyway, but yeah, with 2 fish in the net. Okay, here's my 2 tench, one sort of smaller, more metallic-y one, and another bigger, more olive one. Nice, right, let's not mess him about, let's let him go and get out of here. Go on, you two. They're having too much fun in there, these ones. Alright. There goes one. The little one. And the bigger one. Come on. Nice. Well, okay, that's everything on the barrow ready to rock. Real nice 24 hours there, 5 fish in total, and we got our carp, which is fantastic. You know, you can't always choose the size of them, but yeah, really enjoyed it. No dramas apart from that one cut off, and yeah, nice relaxing time down here. So if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more to come, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you.